thanks to the rona, thanks to where we're sitting. Mother Nature is showing us, reminding us that we are simply guests here, reminding us that something that is invisible, that we cannot see, can enable and co-create such dramatic change and action globally, on a global scale. So just think about that fact, that there is something invisible that you cannot see that has shifted the way you are doing life right now, shifted the goalpost of what normal is, shifted the way in which you interact with others. This physical distancing, this phase, please just let this be a phase. When you are at the other end, or post-lockdown, whatever you want to call it, you know, really commit to making sure that you bring touch back into your life, connection, physically, emotionally, energetically. Because what can happen is this becomes your new normal, and from a place of fear, it's quite easy for this to become a new normal for many people. You know, you cough, you have a tickle in your throat, you sneeze, right? And I bet many of you right now instantly go, oh my gosh, it's COVID, or oh no, I'm getting sick, it might be COVID. Simply because your body's physical reaction shows up in that way. You easily go there because this is seen as the new normal. And that's because of the fear that has come into the space, and it only comes into the space, and the space meaning your mind, because you've allowed it to be, right? Because you're already opened up the box, the door, the window to fear in every other part of your life. So if you think about people around you who are either going with the flow or just being really logical, using common sense, you know, not reacting, but actually acting from a place of calmness and being quite collected and connected. That's typically how they do life anyway, right? That's how they do life anyway, and that could be you. But if you're surrounding yourself, or you are coming from a place of fear and worry and overwhelm, like, it's okay to feel these things, but if you sit in them and it becomes your new normal, then guess what? You're probably looking at other parts of your life, or you're living other parts of your life from that place of fear. And this is super important right now. Okay, something I've been talking about a lot is check in with yourself. Are you thinking, feeling, responding, behaving, acting from a place of fear or from a place of love? Two very different things. And you know, I go on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and you know, just to kind of see where people are at, people I follow, people I don't follow, friends, acquaintances, you know, well-known people, just to see what's happening energetically. And there are many who are sitting in overwhelm, or taking things to that level that is not necessary. We know people are sick. We know people are going to die. I'm not taking anything away from you feeling empathy for that fact, okay? As an empath, I get it, okay? I feel what someone is going through. That is not a reason to take things to the extreme and stop living your life from a place of love. We are mortal beings. The blessing and the gift, I feel the biggest gift that this has given us, this time and place, the space that we are in, is that acknowledgement, right, that we are mortal beings. That we are here to live up to a point till we transition. and move on. And we are currently in a transition phase. So check in with yourself. Have you been living your potential? Have you been living your truth? Have you been living from an authentic space? Have you been living from a place of love, or have you simply been existing? Because if you're simply been existing, and it's okay to be in that temporarily, whether that's through a survival mode, okay, because of illness, whether that's physical, emotional, energetic, or mental, then absolutely you did that for a reason. But I'm talking about, have you been sitting in simply existing mode for most of your adult life? If you have, is that how you want to continue post-lockdown? Because that is living from a place of fear. Living from a place of fear is simply existing. And when you sit in that survival mode, past like the point of needing to be, okay, you're doing yourself such a disservice and those around you. Because the more of us that show up in our truth, who show up from a place of love, that is what enables the world to continue its ascension. And that's where we're at. You may have seen people talking about 5D people. I'm talking about fifth dimension. It simply is, for me, this is how I like to explain it. It's where the world globally is shifted to a new level of awareness and understanding. You have the most magnificent gift right here in your fingertips, right around you, in, on you, and through you. When you allow your soul, when you awaken your soul to be the truth teller, to be the change maker, to be the driver, the captain of your journey, of where you're going, your life, the one that you know right now, is going to be more colourful, more vibrant, more exciting, filled with more passion, more love and joy and playfulness. And even in this moment that we're in, you can have that. You can be playful right now. You can have fun. You can be silly. You can, you know, have passions. You can co-create whatever you need to do in the space without guilt. If, you know, if you feel like you can't do it because, oh my gosh, this is a very serious time and people are dying, then guess what? This happens every day. Every day. This is our whole point of being. We live and then we die. There is always death everywhere around the world. This should not stop you from living. Because then you really are just taking the piss right out of people who have moved past and beyond. If you're not going to show up in life right now, no matter what is happening, you need to show up in life. You need to show up living, breathing, not just merely existing. Can you do that? Can you do that? Can you move from a place of fear and shift into a place of love? Do you want to do that? Are you ready to do that? Because the more of us who are living and breathing and co-creating from that space, manifesting the most magnificent magic around us, this ascension phase, the stage that we're in, it's going to enable so much more from us as humanity, and it's going to expect more from us. And I think that's what needs to happen right now, because we need to shift gear. This is not about going faster, harder at all. And this also isn't about not doing anything about the world. Show up in your passions, 1000%. Show up with purpose. Listen to those soul whispers, right? Reduce the noise around you and truly listen. Remember to ask your soul. Whatever you need to ask it. Ask your soul, who am I? So who are you, soul? Who are you? What should I be doing in this moment?